Hello, everybody. Melinda, Pollen, Brown County 4-H Youth Development Educator, and today it is Transformation Thursday. This Transformation Thursday is a little different than some of our other ones. We're actually not going to be making anything. We're going to be learning a little bit about how we can protect our environment a little bit better. And I'm really excited that we have some resources from one of my colleagues in the Brown County Extension Office, Whitney Prestby, who is a natural resource educator, who's put together some great information for us about how we can protect our environment and can talk with us a little bit about how pollution affects our water. So let's turn it over to Whitney to share her video with us.
Hi everyone, my name is Whitney Prestby. I am a natural resource educator with UW-Madison Division of Extension. And I'm here to talk to you about a watershed and what a watershed is. A watershed is where we store all of our water. So when it rains or snows, that water has to go somewhere. Sometimes it'll infiltrate and go into the ground, and sometimes it'll run into our streams, our rivers, and our lakes. So today we're going to be looking at a watershed model. So let's pretend that this is Green Bay. We have the East River, the Fox River, and the Bay of Green Bay. So what else do we have in our town? We have homes, we have schools, we have golf courses, we have factories and farms, and we have roads that connect everything. So today we're going to look at what are potential sources of pollution and what we can do to protect our water. So with houses and schools and golf courses, they have a lot of green grass. And we all add fertilizer to the grass to make it grow green. So we're going to pretend that these green sprinkles are our fertilizer. We also have factories, and sometimes factories have accidents where they have something that spills. So let's pretend that these red sprinkles are a spill from the factory. We also have roads that connect everything. And with roads, we have other sources of pollution, such as littering. So you might see some trash that's on the side of the road, whether it's a plastic bag or someone's wrapper. We'll pretend that this oatmeal is our trash. Farms can add pollution as well. We don't usually think of soil as a source of pollution, but when it's left bare, it can be vulnerable to the rain. And when it rains, sometimes that soil leaves the farm field and enters into our waterway, carrying with it nutrients like manure.
Now that our city is all set up, we check the forecast and a big storm is on the way. When we look at our model, we can see that the different sources of pollution moved once it started to rain. Instead of staying on the land, the fertilizers, the trash, the soil, they all moved into our water. And when we look at the water afterwards, we realize that this isn't the type of water that we'd want to swim in. It's not the type of water we'd want to live in if we were a fish. So let's all do our part to protect our water.
Here are a few things you can do at home to help protect our waterways. Always throw away your trash in either a garbage can or a recycling bin. And if you see trash in your neighborhood, pick it up with your parents. You can also install a rain barrel. A rain barrel helps collect all of the water before it hits the street and enters into our rivers and our streams. Always collect your grass clippings and your leaves. You can either compost them or bring them to a collection site. For more ideas, please visit renewourwaters.org.
Farms are also doing a lot of really cool things to help protect our waterways. At Brickstead Dairy and many farms in the Green Bay area and across the state, farmers are starting to plant cover crops. Listen to what Farmer Dan has to say and why he is planting cover crops on his farm.
On our dairy, we do a lot of cover crop. So what that is we grow our field of corn, we harvest it in the fall, and then we put a crop in for the winter time. So that just helps protect the soil, helps to keep the soil from eroding away. Also, it helps with water infiltration down into the ground. Instead of running off into the rivers, it goes down into the ground where we can help retain those nutrients.
Thanks, Whitney, for all of that great information. How cool was it to see, like to physically see what happens and how dirty our water got by just basic things that we do around our house. So this is the challenge we have for you this week. It's not a challenge of making something. It's a challenge of cleaning something up. So go around your house. Is there something outside that you can help clean up? trash, a wrapper. You're great by maybe if you have a street vent, maybe getting some of the trash away from you, the vent that takes the water down into the system when it rains. You know how it goes down in the streets. Cleaning up that area. If you are in a park, with your parents or guardians' support, do a little park cleanup and do your part to help us protect our waterway. Again, thank you so much, Whitney, as natural resource educator, for helping educate us a little bit about a watershed and what that looks like. We would love to see a comment, a photo, a video, anything on our Facebook page, again, using hashtag WI4H and hashtag Inspire Kids to Do. Thank you guys so much for all that you do out there and for staying connected with Brown County 4-H. We look forward to seeing you hopefully in person soon, but certainly connecting with us on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.